Gentlelady from Missouri is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now wish to yield 3 minutes to the gentlewoman from New York, Ms. Stefanik, the author of this piece of legislation.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank my friend, the gentlelady from Missouri, for yielding her time. The first Women's Rights Convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York in 1848, marking the official debut of the women's suffrage movement, which would extend over the course of the next 72 years. During this tumultuous time, generations of brave suffragists dedicated their lives, refusing to give up in their fight for a better and more equitable future. It wasn't until August of 1920, 140 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed, that this fight culminated with the adoption of the 19th Amendment. Ratification of the 19th Amendment marked the single largest expansion of voting rights in United States history, enfranchising over 27 million American women. Mr. Speaker, 2020 marks the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, and I was proud to introduce legislation with my colleague and friend from Michigan, Ms. Lawrence, and my friend, Senator Blackburn from Tennessee, to celebrate this historic and monumental movement. The Women's Suffrage Centennial Commemorative Coin Act is bipartisan, bicameral legislation that authorizes the Department of Treasury to mint $1 silver coins in 2020 to commemorate the tremendous work of women's suffrage activists in the late 19th and early 20th century. This bill ensures that on the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, the suffragists who dedicated their lives fighting to extend this fundamental right to women are commemorated and celebrated throughout the United States. I know myself, I am looking forward to celebrating the 100th anniversary next year in my district, where one of the most vocal advocates for women's suffrage, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, was born and raised in Johnstown, New York. I would not have the opportunity to serve in this body today were it not for the bravery and determination of generations of suffragists. Mr. Speaker, this is a unique opportunity to commemorate a milestone of democracy, and it is my hope that this bipartisan bill will encourage women across our country to continue to be active participants in civic life. I strongly encourage my colleagues to support this bill. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.